So this is third day. आज तीसरा दिन है अपना टीटीटी प्रोग्राम का। और पहले दिन हमने देखा कि कैसे सेल्फ असेसमेंट एंड लीडरशिप हमारे ट्रेनिंग इंडस्ट्री में या ट्रेनिंग फील्ड में कितने जरूरी है। सेल्फ असेसमेंट करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। और फिर उसके बाद हम कुछ प्रो ट्रेनर्स के स्किल्स क्या होते हैं, क्या इथिकली हम कैसे ट्रेनिंग में आगे बढ़े, वो हम देखें। और आज हम कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स को सीखेंगे। तो लिटिल डिस्टर्बेंस फ्रॉम माय साइड, नो वरीज। तो आज हमारे साथ है कम्युनिकेशन स्किल एक्सपर्ट मैम। इनका एचआर ट्रेनर है, वो कम्युनिकेशन कॉर्पोरेट कोच है। और ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट ना करते हुए डायरेक्टली मैम को इनवाइट करते हैं। वेलकम मैम ऑन दिस इवनिंग।
Thank you so much, Akash, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you so much, everyone, for the participation. So I'll quickly introduce myself and then we'll move ahead. I'll just start with my introduction. Okay, so hi everyone, I am Runmai Sathe. I am a soft skills trainer. I am expertise in communication skills, campus to corporate training, leadership training, HR training, and train the trainer program. I am associated with various training partners and deliver training programs based on train the trainer programs and campus to corporate. With Akash also, I am working, I guess from last 3 to 4 months, we are working together with ABCD International, and this platform has given me really wonderful opportunities to interact with the participant. Until now, it was going well. And thank you, Akash, once again for giving me this opportunity. And this is all about me. My profile is here on the screen. Just for your reference, you all can just visit it. Okay, so these are various things which I am doing. I'm also associated as a vice chairman with ILDA, that is International Learning and Development Association. I'm also a chief person officer with them. I take care of all the functions of ILDA and the training to the training coordination over there. Okay, so we'll start with the session. So hope you all are doing well. Okay,
yes,
so
ma'am. Good evening.
So we'll move. Good evening. So can we have a quick introduction of yours as well, as this is my first day and you have already here been from last 2 days. So can I have your introductions?
Yeah, ma'am. Hello, good evening. This is Dr. Anu Ustwal. I'm in the teaching field from last 10 to 15 years, unofficially and officially from last 8 years, being at various positions like lecturer, professor, and a principal in a CBSE school. I'm a doctorate from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University in English Literature, and loves reading, love exploring, getting connected to people. And I'm thinking that really my instinct says that I could do quite good in the field of training and development, where I felt a need while working in a BPO that people really need some sort of help, some sort of confidence building to present themselves and be in the what we can say in the corporate world. So I got to know about this training and I've joined the training. 2 days were really good, fabulous, and hoping for the best for today also. Thank you, ma'am. That's all.
Wonderful, Dr. Raju, and really very nice experience, and your experience will really help you to grow in the field of training.
Thank
Okay.
you,
For
ma'am.
me also, training field is very much new. It's been
Yeah.
1.5 years. I am into proper type training. Apart from
Okay.
that, I was into HR from last 10 years. I was
Oh,
doing training, but that was internally. But now,
yeah.
full-fledgedly, I'm into training. So
I'm
yes,
also looking for something on the same platform to come where we could just enhance ourselves and help others with all our personality skills and the things which we have, like communication, presentation, and all. But always everything needs a technical background, a technical knowledge of the thing. So just to get the glitch of all this, I think I've joined the training and I would really get what I expect from this. I'll
that's
learn many
wonderful.
things.
You will learn. And with you,
Thank you.
we all will be going to learn. We all are
Thank
here in
you,
the
ma'am.
process of learning and relearning.
Learning. Right,
Okay?
right.
Training, the main rule of training is impart knowledge and learn new things.
Learn new things. Right, ma'am.
We should be
Right.
ready for it, and we should be flexible enough also. Okay, so
Yeah,
thank
ma'am.
you
Yeah.
so much, Dr. Ranu.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Vinita ma'am. Is Vinita ma'am available? Like, okay, so I guess Vinita ma'am is somewhere busy. So no worries. We'll come to her in some time. So before we start the session, I just wanted to have one activity with you all. If you all are ready, okay, great. And I want you people to think about some activity, some energizer which you can present in the session. Okay. Why I am saying that? That I'll be telling you in the last part of the session. Okay. And this is a very effective way I take the session. And Akash also knows what is the important and fun of doing this activity, of asking participants to come up with some small activities, energizers, and
Yes.
they share with us. Okay. So before we start, I want to have one small activity. The activity goes like this. Let's say, imagine a time machine in front of you right now. Okay, we all know what is a time machine, though it's an imaginary thing.
Imaginary time machine.
Yeah. A time machine which we've seen in movies and cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a cylindrical
Yes, ma'am.
structure, and we go and sit in that. So we have seen those things in movies, right? That thing is how much real, not, I don't know, but it helps me in my sessions. Okay, so if we talk about a time machine, imagine there are two buttons. One is red, one is green. The red button will take you to your past, okay, and green button will take you to your future. So now it's in your hand which button you want to press and which phase of life you want to go and visit.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, you can start.
So what we need to do, ma'am? Sorry,
You have
I think.
to just imagine that you are pressing those buttons, red button or green button, and
Okay.
you choose to go to your past or choose to go
Mhm.
to your future, and what incident you want to go and visit, what corrections you want to make there, or some changes you would
Okay.
like to make.
Okay. Mhm.
Imagine that
And then we
and
have
just,
to share that.
yeah, then you have to share the reason. Do not go into something personal, but something general which we can share with each other.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yes, doctor. Yes, you can start.
Yeah, I think, ma'am, going in the past, I think making some learning means choosing your, what we can say, the path of your education in some way. Though I'm a doctorate, though I was loving all this was my dream field where I loved and enjoyed literature and reading. Yet I think that there should have been uh, some more seriousness into getting into the learning process technically of many more things, which I could have definitely done with the qualities I have or with the passion I had for it. So I think that is what a bit I could change. I would like to change if I got a chance. And I don't feel myself as a perfectionist. So I think I should have made myself that in the past with some lost chances or some chances taken for granted or easily, and I would have been more I can say enhanced and more fine refined literary person. So that I can say on a professional or on a educational front. And on personal front, I really feel that I could have been less emotionally involved and more practically facing things right from a very young age. So I think these are the two things I feel of my own self of the past. And for the future, if I press the green button and if I go in the future, I think there should be lot of things I would get to do as a philanthropist, which is my like now that is getting my passion, now that is getting, I'm craving for these things. So in any possible way I could impart my knowledge and everything. And a small dream was there, being a young girl of like 2022. I was like, in the past I was like, sometimes I would get a short chance of maybe minimum 1 month, 3 months, whatever would be the shortest course of going and enjoying learning in Cambridge or Oxford. So keeping the fingers crossed and hoping sometime in future I would get that chance. So I think these are the two dreams which would really come true.
Wonderful. Going to your past and again going to the future was really nice. The journey was really nice. To hope your dream come true very fast.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rami. It was really wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, Vanita, would you like to say something?
आवाज बहुत कम आ रहा है आपका, मतलब आज आवाज में थोड़ा आई थिंक
Okay,
टुडे
is
द
it
वॉइस
better now?
I think so. We'll continue and I'll let you know, ma'am.
Yeah, please let me know. I just maybe I'm not in the actual place. I'm in my hometown, so maybe
No
sometimes it
problem. Actually,
fluctuates.
maybe yeah, no
So
problem.
sometimes it fluctuates. So please keep me posted if something happens.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Vanita, we would like to know about you. Vanita is not audible. Hello, yes, Vanita. Yeah, but it's very low. Okay.
No, Vinita, ma'am, we are not able to hear you, Vinita, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
now
better
you're
now.
audible.
Oh, I just removed my headphones. Okay.
I think they're not working properly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if I think okay, you were asking that if I would like to go to my past, what is something which motivates me? That you were asking, right?
Yeah, like a time machine. If you are sitting in a time machine, would you like to visit your past or would you like to visit your future?
I would like to visit my present and future. Past में अगर कुछ है तो सिर्फ इतना है that I have had my education at a proper time, which I'm really thankful to God and to the time which I was able to receive. And as far as present is concerned, yes, my present is more confident and more realistic and more better than my past was. So I would like rather to pursue my journey into the future rather than getting into the shadows of the past, because past is already gone. Some good memories, some bad memories, but I would like to create more good memories in the future for myself, with myself.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, it was nice. I like the way you want to continue with the present and the future. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Vinita.
so much.
And Vinita, can you introduce yourself because I want to know about yourself? Yeah, very low. With the headphones, very low. Yes, you can remove the headphone, Vinita.
Uh, I am a soft skills and leadership coach, and I am into recruitment since 2008. I have my past experience into media and BPO industry and consultancies. And 2008, I started my own business into recruitment, which moved on very well. I had some jerk in my career in 2013 due to some personal problems, and now I'm back to my business again. I pursued more education. After that, I pursued my postgraduate diploma into HR management because I wanted to pursue my career in HR and wanted to know more about the field, because HR is not only about recruitment. It is about OD, it is about training, it is about performance management. बहुत कुछ चीजें इसमें आती हैं. So I wanted to know more about the scope in HR. So I studied the HR further, and I attended training programs the way I'm attending this one, and I developed my interest into training as well. Recruitment and communication skills being my strong point, so I want to pursue my career further into this. And I do a bit of content writing as well, for promoting the websites, the promotional content I like to write.
Somewhere I can relate the journey, like what you are going and which I went through. I guess it is somewhere similar, not exactly the same, but yes, it was similar kind of things. I can relate to it. It was really wonderful having you here. Okay, so Akash, would you like to go in the time machine? We'll give Akash also a chance. Akash, are you
Hello.
there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, so I wanted to see if you get a chance to sit in a time machine. So will you like to visit your past or would you like to visit your future?
Future.
Okay, what you want to see in the future? What you want to see in the future?
In time machine.
या मतलब अब आगे जाके फ्यूचर में क्या कौन सा इंसिडेंट देखना चाहोगे आपके लाइफ में?
जब मुझे लॉट्स ऑफ इंसिडेंट्स, बट फिर भी एक इंसिडेंट होगा जो जहाँ पे मैं मतलब एक बड़े स्टेज पे, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, तो ओके, मेरा ड्रीम ही देखना चाहूंगा मैं, बेस्ट सीईओ का अवार्ड मुझे मिल रहा होगा, और वो एकदम बड़े स्टेज पे, और टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कोई पर्सनालिटी होगी, वो अवार्ड मुझे दे रहे होंगे.
Wonderful, Akash, and with your efforts, you are really going to get that.
Wow,
It was really nice, and we really wish you get this award. Okay, the way you're putting the effort.
Yes, definitely. अभी तक 3 मिले हैं, तो वो
अभी तक 3 मिले, right? You're on the journey. You will get it. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the time machine activity, everyone. Okay, so we'll move further. Okay, so today our topic is communication. Okay, so I have one tagline for this session. I have developed it of my own, and Akash knows that tagline. Akash, can you tell me what was the tagline I have given for this program? Okay, no worries. I'll tell you. I'll give some hint. Okay, do you all know the famous movie of Vidya Balan and that famous dialogue?
There are so many
Yes.
famous movies, ma'am. Now you have to be
No,
give more.
the first, the one which has that famous dialogue.
No,
Yes.
communication can't be something with entertainment, I hope so.
No, I'll come to that also. Okay, I can see Sucheta joining in. Hi, Sucheta. And yes.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
And Sucheta given the right answer. That is entertainment. So dialogue was like entertainment, entertainment, and entertainment, right?
Yeah.
I have a different tagline that says communication, communication, and communication. Okay. So it is just because we are into the field of training, and communication is the most important part which we have to take care in our training sessions. So that's the reason I take this tagline. Okay, that is communication, communication, and communication. So whenever we talk about communication skills training, So there are many things which we talk about. So today also we'll be talking about what are the types of communication, okay? What are some ground rules? We'll be talking about the barriers in communication, and I'll be talking about something related to handling different kind of learners. Okay, there's a very interesting topic which I discuss in most of my communication skill sessions, and I'll be discussing that with you all also. Okay, so hope you all are ready. Okay, so Cheta, coming to you, like as you've joined just now. So one thing, like I have told all the participants that everyone has to come up with one energizer or one small activity at the end of the session. Okay, and I want
Right.
you also to do something.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I know Sucheta from my ILDA group also, and I know Sucheta as a friend also. So it's good to see Sucheta here.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So we'll move ahead. So can anybody tell me what you think communication is? Your thoughts, the way you want to talk about communication, not the exact definition, but what you feel. What is communication?
Yeah, communication, as to me or according to me, is a means of sharing your thoughts, your views, presenting yourself, the easiest way or easiest mode of uh, interacting is like communication. And
Easiest way.
communication is interaction. Communication is interaction in words. And
Yes.
I think that could give solutions to so many varied things. For me, communication is the first solution for anything. So I think communication is the most important.
True. Communication is the most important part. And this is a way of expressing our thoughts and ideas. So this is what we all know about communication. So when we talk about communication in training, so there are small things which we all need to take care of. The way we are starting the session, the way we are taking it ahead. Like you have seen, I've started with some of the activities, some energizers to refresh the session, to make everyone comfortable, and this way I started with the session. Okay, so slowly, gradually, we'll be moving ahead. We'll be learning more thing about communication. So we'll move further. So as you all know, so communication, there is a three-way process. Okay, three elements are there, not process. I'll say it is of three elements. So the first is sender or the source. Second is the message, and the third part, as we all know, is the receiver. So these are the three elements most commonly used in communication skills. Okay. So after this, we'll just quickly see what are the types of communication, and then we'll move ahead. Okay. So as we all know, there are three types of communication. So one is verbal. Okay. In verbal, it can be talking, giving training, conducting meeting, telephone calls, audio recording, podcast, news report, lectures. There are so many things which can become in verbal communication. Second is written communication. Okay, when we talk about written communication, the writing skill, letters, notes, emails, newsletters, blogs, there are so many things which we can do and communicate through written skills. Next is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is the body language, hand gestures, eye movement, facial expression which we use. So these are the type of communication mostly every one of us are using. Okay, so as we all know, these are the type of communication and differently we use in our training session. So our training session should be comprised of everything. It should have verbal communication, it should have written content, it should have non-verbal activities also. Okay? Everything, when we develop a content for a training, we should take care of everything. So in verbal, we can use some audios, okay? We can use some videos. Written, you can have some content, some definitions or something on your slides, or you can ask them activity to write something. Non-verbal, you can use your hand gestures, eye movement, or you can use some body language. Tell your participant how to use that correct body language, how to maintain eye contact in the session. So most of the time participants are not aware how to maintain eye contact. Like now we all are in the world of virtual, and here it is a big problem how to maintain eye contact, because we don't have audience sitting in front of us. In offline session, it was very nice that everyone was sitting in front of us and we can maintain eye contact. We can see who are interested, who are not. But in virtual session, that's a bit difficult. But what we can do is we can just concentrate on the camera which is in front of us and treat that camera as a audience, as your audience, and talk to that camera only. Be focused on the camera, so you will feel more confident and you will feel encouraged to take that session ahead. Okay, it happens with me also in my earlier time of training. I used to get, like when I started with the virtual training, uh, how to communicate with my participants, like where to see on the screen. Should I concentrate on my PPT? Should I see in the participant panel? This was the confusion. Then slowly, gradually, I understood there is a camera which can act as my audience. I should look at it. Okay, so that thing everyone should remember. Okay, so I talked about some ground rules which we should follow whenever we are doing communication skill. It can be practiced in our sessions as well. Okay, and after that, I'll be talking about some barriers, some different kind of learners, and then we'll go to some rules which we all should follow to make our sessions effective. Okay, any doubts, any questions you have? Would you like to ask anything?
No, ma'am, I think so far all good.
Okay, great. Okay. And my voice is clear. I can say Vinita saying it's not
Yeah,
audible.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's very slow, actually.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just check with my earphone. Something I can change. I'll definitely work on that. Okay, so we'll move further. Yeah. So we'll talk about some ground rules. Okay. So these are some 5 ground rules which are very important whenever you are taking any session. It will be helpful for you. Talking about the first thing, okay, be clear and concise. Okay, whatever you want to deliver to that session, be clear on that part, be concise, keep it short, keep it simple. Avoid using jargons, avoid using complex words, very high vocabulary. That will not give a connection with your participants. We might have very good vocabulary, we might be very good in our English language and everything. We might be knowing very nice jargons, phrases which we use in our daily routine. Wonderful. But when we are delivering a training session, we should make sure it is simple. It is as simple that a child of 3rd or 4th class should understand what you are talking in the training. Okay. So try to make your training as simple as you can. Okay. Keep each discussion on track. So it's the job of a trainer to keep the discussion on the track. Many times it happens in many of the sessions, like we ask participants to come up with their opinion, or we start describing any of the topic, and some or the other way we get deviated from the topic, or some other participants are like that they will deviate from the topic and ask another question, or they'll go to something else. Okay, so that will be very time consuming for every one of us. So in that case, you have to bring the session back on the track. Ask that participant, okay, thank you for sharing your thoughts. We can connect offline, or we can connect after the session, and then we can take this discussion ahead. I would also like to learn more things from you. Okay, this way, cut that discussion over there, come back to the original discussion, and then continue with your topic. Clear? Then third thing is, never warn or threaten anyone of the training. Okay, it's not your job to threaten anyone or to warn anyone. It happens. If we get nervous, we get irritated. Okay, because there are some participants who can distract us. Okay, I do campus to corporate sessions almost every day, so I know how it goes with children. they can distract you. They'll start on their video, they'll go on mute, they'll talk to each other, they'll put something on the chat. And not only for campus to corporate, it happens in most of the trainer programs as well. There are people who may distract. Some people do it intentionally. Some are not knowing what is happening. Something by mistake happens. So how to control that thing? You have to be very polite, very humble whenever you are talking to your participants. Or if they are not responding, that time also you cannot threaten them. Or you cannot warn them. Like I do in my campus to corporate, I just generally try to tell them, okay, if you don't participate, you will not have fun in the session. You will be not able to learn. So the small things are okay. But apart from this, if you're not participating, so I'll just throw you out of the session, or I'll not give you the certificate, or I'll see you not get good things in the future. So not threaten in such things. Okay, be polite, be humble. Okay, do not preach to any of the training. So when we say do not preach, so never respond to anyone with a sarcasm, or never be rude to anyone. There can be situations where you can feel answering them in a different way. Maybe in our daily routine, we have behaved to that situation in a different manner. But when we are in a training session, we have to keep that thing aside and we have to take things positively and in a nicer manner. Clear? Next is never label, judge any of the training. Okay, so we are not here to judge anyone. So do not put any kind of a label. Okay, this person is like this only, or this student is not answering. This person is asking so many questions. So this should be not our attitude. We should not judge or label anyone. Let it do whosoever, whatever they are doing. Our job is to deliver, impart knowledge. Okay, and their job is to learn. They can be distractive. They can be more experienced than you. They might feel like hijacking your session, and people do such things. If there are experienced people, they will try to hijack your session because they have more experience and more knowledge than you. So that time you have to be calm, composed, and respect them, and then take your session in your hand. Your session should be in your control. Okay? So this is what all about the ground rule of communication. So these are the 5 things which are very important. We all should understand and keep in our mind. Okay. Any doubt, any question you people have? Anything you would like to ask, or should we move ahead? So we'll move further. Now we'll talk about. Okay, now we'll talk about the barriers of communication. Okay, so apart from whatever I've mentioned, what do you think can be the barrier in communication? Anything which you have experienced in your previous sessions or something?
I think the first thing which would be a barrier is not sharing the thoughts in the same language, or the language of the receiver, that is different, like 2 different languages. So I think that could be the initial and biggest barrier.
So, anything else? Okay, so as you mentioned, language can be a barrier. So I'll tell you one by one. Okay, so these are some barriers which I listed out. Okay, and based on this, I have something to show you. There's a very wonderful video which I want to show you, and it will be a help for everyone. Okay, so talking about the barriers in communication. The first thing which I mentioned here is not setting the right expectation. So whenever you are starting your session, the first thing you have to do is set expectation. Understand your participants' expectation from you, set your expectation from them, and then take the session ahead. Okay. For this, I do a small activity on Mentimeter. You people can use Mentimeter, Kahoot, or any other site which can help you to develop quizzes and anything, or you can develop any small activity or energizer to do this thing. So what we can do is, like in my campus to corporate sessions, what I do for this is my first topic in every session, setting expectation. So here I give them two questions. One, they have to answer what they are expecting from the program and the trainer. And the second part is what a trainer should expect from the participants. Okay. So when we talk about campus to corporate, the student come up with, okay, I am expecting to learn fluency in English. I am expecting to be more confident. I want to learn how to write my resume and all. All this thing come from them. And if we ask what a trainer should expect, then they will start like, okay, participants should be interactive. There should be more communication. Participation should be there. Answering all the answers, not making any noise over in the session, not distracting by talking to each other. All these things will come from the participants. Okay, so in our train the trainer program also, any training, whichever you are conducting, try to make sure this should be your first thing, that set expectation. Okay, set right expectation. Let them know what is your expectation from them. Understand their expectation. So people can come up with it. Like you said, language can be a barrier. That group may come up to you saying that, okay, I cannot speak in English. So can we move to some common language? If you know that regional language or any other common language like Hindi, Marathi, whatever it is, you can communicate in that language. But try to make sure maximum time your session is in English. Okay, and try to use some examples or something in Hindi or Marathi or the regional language, which will not create a gap between the communication. Okay, so make sure you are ready and flexible to shift sometime to the regional language or the common language. Okay, then the next thing is distracting audience. Like I have told you, what can be a distractive audience can be. They'll suddenly go unmute. They'll suddenly switch on the camera. When you're talking, they will try to hijack your session by interrupting in between. Okay. They can be somebody who's having side conversation. They will be conversation dominating. Okay. They can be repeaters. Like whatever you are saying, they'll start repeating it. It happens. In most of the session, it happens. Okay. They can be verbal attackers. They'll try to revisit that complex kind of a session, a complex topic every time to make you more irritated. If you have answered them, okay, right now I'm not able to answer you with this question. I'll come back to the answer after the session, or maybe we can join offline. But still, after some time, they'll try to come back to you with the same topic which you're not comfortable or which you're not confident of. Okay, this thing happens. So this kind of a distracting audience you may get. On this distractive audience only, I'll be showing you one video which will make you understand what kind of learners we may get in our training session. Okay, now why I'm talking about all this thing in communication? Because this is a part of the journey of a trainer. Communication is a part. Unless and until we are communicating in any other way, we will be not able to communicate the content which we want to deliver. Okay, so I'll be not going much deeper in communication because we know most of the thing about communication. We will just talk about these barriers and some learners, so it will be easier for everyone. Okay, so next thing is bad network or bandwidth. Okay, now bad network and bandwidth can be an issue. It can be a communication barrier. Okay, unless we have a good backup. Okay, and when we are in the field of training, most of the trainers are new to the field, right? Every time it's not possible for each and every one of us to have different backups. Okay, like I've seen many trainers, like experienced trainers, they have 2-3 laptops with them, like they're working in a call center or something like that. I'm sorry, just taking that example, as in they're working with 2-3 computers in front of them, having 2-3 tripods and those lighting system and everything. And they encourage participants also, okay, you should also have such kind of a setup. Okay? But when we are in the starting of your career, it is not possible for everyone to have such kind of a setup. These setups are a bit expensive, and we don't know how far we are going with the same training career. So we don't tend to do that. Okay? So in the starting, it's not good that we are going with it. We are spending more money on infrastructure. Okay, one second. Akash, I think participants are
Yes.
disconnected. Yeah.
एक्चुअली क्या है ना मैम, वो दूसरे जो पार्टिसिपेंट है जो ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाए, वो यूट्यूब से लाइव देख रहे हैं अभी, और
Okay,
ये
no
जो
problem.
रानू मैम है वो कनेक्ट होंगे दोबारा
Okay,
बाय चांस।
she is
वो
here.
थोड़े काम में है तो कर
So no
देंगे।
problem. She is there, but I thought she is disconnected, so she should not miss something. Okay. So this is a bad network issue. It's happening only when we are doing online sessions. Okay, online, and it has been more than a year. We all are into the virtual world. So before that, we were not knowing how to manage all these things, how to go with the internet connection. So what we can do is we can at least have a backup on a mobile phone, or if you are using a mobile phone to deliver a session, have a backup on your laptop. I'll not suggest to go and purchase expensive tripods or the lighting systems or 3 to 4 laptops. No, not required. Okay, or what you can do is you can just have a copy of whatever you are going to present. Try to send it to the training manager, training coordinator. Like I also used to do in my starting days. When I started with Akash also, I used to send my presentation to Akash. In case something happened with my system, I'll have a backup with Akash from where I can start the PPT and we can move it ahead. Okay, so this way try to keep some backup. If something is happening bad with the network, you're not able to control. It can be because of the weather, it can be the location you are, network is not good. Sometimes it happens with me also. It gets fluctuated, I get disconnected. I'm talking and I'm only disconnected, but still I try to come back to the session. Once you're back in the session, apologize to your participants. This is what happened. Okay, and in case if you're not able to connect back with the network.
Actually,
Okay, somebody is trying to say something.
नो नो मैम, म्यूट किया उन्होंने।
Okay, no problem. If there's any question, we can go with it. Okay, Dr. Ranu, do you have any question or should we move ahead?
yeah, no, actually not a question. I think there was some problem with someone's network. I don't know whether, ma'am,
Okay.
it's your side or my side, but my side it's today not showing anything, but it's quite uneven to listen. So that's why I was just checking with Vinita ma'am also whether she's able to listen to you, or it's only I am who is facing the problem.
Okay, maybe some network issues slow at your end.
Or
It
Akash
is
sir, like
fluctuating, and sometimes it's fluctuating with my side
yeah,
also.
because yeah, that's what I was checking. I was just going from one room to another and still not able to hear you. So I thought I should just check once.
Okay. Okay, so we'll continue.
Yeah,
we
ma'am, no problem. You can please continue. So sorry to yeah.
So we discussed about bad network, and one thing which I was saying, if by any chance you're not really able to connect back in that network or not able to connect with the meeting, try to talk with your training coordinator, and if you can conduct it by having a phone call or you can have a discussion over WhatsApp, that can be a backup part which you can discuss with the training partner, and then you can take care if your network is not supporting. Otherwise, you should have some backup, have one internet connection extra with you, like it can be a mobile, it can be a laptop, just one or two, that is enough for you. Okay, then the next part is use of jargons. Okay, use of jargons, I have already told you, like I take a session on how to not use jargons or what are jargons in my other sessions for college students. So jargons we all know, there are some phrases, some commonly used phrases in most of the corporates. Okay, most, and also in the training industry. So that's what I was saying in the starting also. We might be very good at our vocabulary, we might be very good in our language, everything is there. But whenever in the training session, keep it simple and short. Okay, using of very high vocabulary or using of jargons will not help that training session to go further. There can be a communication gap and you will feel distracted in the entire session. So your effort of sitting and attending that session will go waste, and the trainer who is also trying to give something to you will not able to give that knowledge properly. If that trainer is using some phrases, some jargons, or you as a participant using some jargon, there are participants who can use best of their vocabularies in your sessions, like Sashi Tharoor. You all know Sashi Tharoor, the way he come up with the vocabulary. Okay, so there are
Yes.
participants in the sessions also. They also come up with such kind of a vocabulary or something complex thing which will distract you from the topic. So make sure that is not happen. Be your session controller of your session. Your session should be in your control, in not the situation. Okay. Then language, as we have said about the language, we should conduct a session in the common language used by everyone, understood by everyone. Okay. There can be cultural diversities, so we should bring everyone to a common language which all can speak. Not every time required we should know the regional language of that city or that state, but try to make them to bring to a common language. That's the reason we conduct most of the training in English, because this can be a common language to use in training sessions. Or we can have some part in Hindi as well, just to keep a balance in English and Hindi, so the participant will not get bored, and they'll feel connected to the session. Okay. Then moving further, distracting content. When you're developing your content, it is very important to understand what you want to deliver and how you are going to deliver it. Okay, so it should not be very distracting or using too many videos, too many audios, too many flashy images, or very colorful kind of a content. It may distract. Like I do have a habit of having my presentation colorful, but not very colorful that it will distract somebody. Just to highlight something, I use some colors, I use some images, use images, audio, video, everything. But it should be in a proper proportion. Let's say one topic, one image, one video, or one audio. That is enough to make your participant understand. Okay? No need to show so many videos and audio. They may get deviated and they will tend to forget what is going on in the session. So avoid doing that. Instead of that, make sure you are involving lots of activities. Okay? Make sure after every 20 minutes or 15 minutes, you involve one or the other activity. It can be some energizers. Like I use energizers like I'll be telling an alphabet and you have to write the name of some recipes, some snacks items. Let's say if I say alphabet A, so all the participants will write all the breakfast items with the letter A. So similarly, keep changing the alphabet. Give some colors, ask them to find out stationary object nearby you. Okay, such kind of a small activities you can do, or you can have some virtual games. Okay, like I did the time machine thing, so I have other things also which I can do. Okay, so this way we can do it. At the end of the session, I'll be talking about some activities which you all can perform in your sessions. Okay, so that will be helpful for everyone. So this is what we have to take care of. So your content should be appropriate and to the point. Okay, moving further, low audio or video quality. Okay, because of the bandwidth and because of other things, it may happen. Like it is happening in the session also. Sometimes the volume is good, sometimes it's going low. So just because of the network and bandwidth, maybe it's giving a problem, or the environment outside is giving a problem. So make sure you have a good earphones, good headphones, which you can use. Okay, or your computer sound is good. Before starting a Zoom meeting, just go to the setting, check the audio video setting. There are options over there. What kind of a thing you are using? If you already have a setup kind of a thing, a microphone or something, speakers or something which you would like to attach, make sure you are doing that before the session. Just check everything is correctly working. Check your presentation, if it is going well. Check your audio, video, everything. It is being performed well or not. Everything you need to check. Okay. So then, lack of preparation. Okay. Lack of preparation can also be a barrier in communication when you are imparting any kind of a training. It may happen because you don't have time, or you are engaged in other activities, or you're not confident about the topic. You don't know what things to be included and what not. That can also be a part of less of preparation. Okay. Or there can be things like, there are trainers who do such things. Something you have copy pasted from somewhere and you're presenting that. We should avoid doing that thing. Okay. You should be thorough with the research. You should be knowing what are the things you're going to talk to them. Okay. Keep a file or something ready with, not necessary everything you can remember. Okay. So you can just have a notepad ready with you. Okay. Or you can have a word file where you can just write down all the content. Or you can have a habit of keeping a diary or notepad. I have a habit of this. I always carry my notepad. Everything, whatever I have to talk about my training content, I try to write down all the notes in my notepad. Or sometimes I try to do it in the Word file. If I have to go and do an offline session, I make sure I have a printout ready with me so I can deliver the session. In case something goes wrong with the electronic devices, I have already have a backup to conduct that session. Okay, and it helps me not to forget something, whatever points I have to discuss. So for that reason, you can always maintain a notepad or a word file where you can write down some point about the topic which you are going to talk about. Some examples, something which you can do. You can also see, I am also referring some notes which are there in front of my table. As I am not concentrating on the camera fully, I am also looking at my notes. So at one glance, I can just see, okay, this is what I am going to talk about this topic. So you can also make all these things happen for you. The next is inactive audience. Okay. Now this is also one more pain area for all the trainers, that your participants are not at all active in the session, not responding anything. Like it happens with me. Recently, last week I was doing one session for one of the college, and this is for campus to corporate only. And that student, there was student batch of more than 50. And whole 9 days, none of the students was saying yes or no. Hardly few will say something on the chat box. Otherwise, if you want to play activities, you want to ask them questions, nobody is replying. Just because they had a fear of coming on the camera or unmuting and talking in front of others. So I had so many activities for them. I had public speaking session for them, but still they don't want to come out of their fear. Thinking of, if I talk, लोग क्या कहेंगे, मेरे friend क्या कहेंगे, they'll make fun of me. It doesn't happen. If they enjoy, they learn something new. It happens in most of the corporate trainings also. Participants are very inactive. Like in offline session, we can find who is not showing interest or something. We can do some or the other changes in our strategy. But in online session, it is really difficult to find it out. Because we don't know. Everyone is switching off the camera, sitting and listening. So we don't know what they are doing. Okay. So in online session, you have to keep them engaged. Some or the other way, keep engaging them. Make sure your audience is there, listening to them. So they are not fully there, like right now also. Most of the participants may be cooking, somebody preparing dinner, or somebody doing some other work at home, but listening to the session. And whenever I'm asking any question or asking to participate in the activity, they are there. They are participating. Okay. So if they're participating, well and good. If they're not, you should keep a check. Like we used to do that Chaukidar used to come, that night watchman, right? I don't know right now they come or not, but in our childhood, that night watchman used to come. Okay, and he used to shout in the colony, jagte raho, right? So chowkidar kind of a thing I have seen in my childhood. I don't know about you people. Right now, so I don't even see also.
हमारे इधर मराठी में गुरकी गुरकी कहते थे
Gurkha,
उसको.
yeah, Gurkha. Like, I don't know, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they'll come and they'll shout, jaagte raho. So similarly, we also have to do same thing with our participants. Okay? Don't go with the jaagte raho tagline. We just have to ask them, okay, how is the session going? Are you enjoying? Are you here with me in the session? Do you have any doubts, any questions? Keep asking such questions just to see if they are there in the session or not. After every 20 minutes, introduce one activity, one small game. They will participate. This will motivate you also. Okay, my participants are there. They are participating in everything, so I have to deliver the session in a better way. Okay, why I'm saying 20 minutes? Because any of the participants, any human being, have a span of 20 minutes to be attentive to any session. Okay, more than 20 minutes, we cannot be that attentive. So make sure there's something happening. So that is the role of communication. Okay? Training is not only just standing, delivering the lecture. In between the topics, how you are communicating with your participants, how you are checking they are there or not, they are interested or not. Let's say if you are conducting some activity and if they are not participating, so in 1 or 2 minutes you understand they are not participating, ask them, okay, this activity is not so interesting, let's change the activity. Change the activity. Do something else. You can have other games or other activities. This way, you have to change the strategies whenever you are there in the session. That's the reason communication skill is one of the important topic in training. I also conduct this training for various training partners. I never go in very much deep theory of communication. What is the definition and everything. There are so many things in communication. I don't go in that deep because that is the same commonly available everywhere. And we can find it out from Google or from anywhere else. We can find it out in books and we can read it. So we should talk about something which is happening in between the session. Okay, or something which is happening in the background. All these things we have to take care of when we talk about barriers in communication. Okay, so any doubts, any questions you people have? Or any experience you would like to share? I hope the session is going good and it's not boring kind of
Yeah,
thing.
ma'am, it's good. It's going good.
Okay, great. Okay, so we'll move further. So now I'll tell you what kind of learners we have. Okay. So now I'll be showing you a wonderful video. You might have seen this video many times, or you might be using this video in your training for different topics, but I use specifically for communication or my trainer programs and the topic of handling different learners. Okay. So there are different kind of learners in every session. So I'll show you one video and after that I'll tell you what are the types of learners everyone can get in a session. We would have experienced it or we may experience in coming future because you all are aspiring trainers or some are experienced trainer. You can relate to this. Okay. So just watch the video carefully and just start the video. Just give me a moment. So I'll just start a video. This video, the title of this video is Rowdy Class. Okay, it's a very interesting kind of a video. I'll just start it, just taking some time. Okay. Have you seen this video before, any one of you? Excluding Akash. Okay. Yeah, we are just starting. Just be careful and watch this video. Hope it's audible.
One, two, Today is my first day and I will be taking all your science subjects, so let's start off on a good note. Not that note, thank you. So let's start with a nice round of introductions. My name is Sakshi and I love working with young people.
Ma'am, my name is Anish. I was a topper last year. Ma'am, my IQ is 145 and I've got double promotion once.
My name is Andy. I like dancing. My name is Chetan and I like to play the guitar.
Okay, everyone's done except the last roll number. Zara? Where is Zara?
Zara is a zombie. 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 Zara is a zombie.
Class, settle down. Gaurav, I'm gonna kill you.
Hi, how was your day?
Good morning, class of rowdies. You do know that's the name the rest of the school has given you, right? This month, I will not lead the class. You will. Every day, 2 students will come here and present anything that they are passionate about. There is only one rule. You must show respect. So who is courageous enough to accept the challenge?
Ma'am, anything?
Yes, anything.
Our topic is everything you wanted to know about the birds and the bees.
But afraid to ask.
Sequined in the night sky as the stars shine, they tell a million stories, some of yours and a few of mine.
Today, we both will be teaching you the secret of flight by building a rocket. That balloon over there is also a rocket, but it does not go very far as it does not have any wings to give its flight a direction. So you see, in life, it is very important to have something or someone, yes, or someone who can give you direction every time you're going astray. It helps you go very far in life. Good morning, class. Today we have prepared a very interesting topic for the class. Today I'm going to tell you about the physics of dance. But before that, my friend here is going to give you a small demo.
Can I ask you something? Your class of rowdies has really changed. How did you manage it?
I haven't done anything. I just created a space where no one is judging them, where they can learn through their own interests. Hi, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
So everyone's done with their session except Zara. Zara, come on. Zara, Zara.
Every rowdy class has a voice, waiting to be heard, wanting to be understood, wishing to be loved. Thank you, ma'am, for listening to us. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for finding the reason for our rowdiness, for giving a channel to our craziness. Thank you, ma'am, for finding the poet in a zombie, for setting me free, for letting me be. No matter where we go and what we do, we'll always carry in our hearts a part of you. Dear ma'am, thank you.
Okay. So how was the video? Can anybody quickly? Inspirational. And we all can relate to this situation, right? Not this kind of a distraction may happen in our training sessions, but some or the other thing happened. Like Dr. Ranu is into education field only, so she might have seen such thing happening in schools and colleges, right? And we also, as a trainer, many times experience such things happening in a training session as well. Okay, so why this happened? Because there are different kind of learners. Okay, so I'll be telling you about the 3 type of learners now, where you'll be able to relate to this video, and then we can discuss about it. Okay, so the first is mediocre learner. Okay, so when we talk about mediocre learner, we have to understand them. We have to try to avoid conflict. We should have a good communication and free communication with them. We should always give them some feedback, and we should show respect to them. Okay, so in the video, can you tell me who can be the mediocre kind of a learner? Yes. I am saying, I was asking about mediocre learner. I have discussed about mediocre learner. So in the video, whom do you think is a mediocre learner?
I think the girl who said the poem.
Zara, right?
Yeah.
So Zara was a mediocre kind of a participant, more kind of an introvert kind of a participant, who will not open up easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so with such participants, we have to deal differently. Okay? So we have to be very calm, very patient. We have to give them feedback on small things, give them respect, show them that they are also part of this session and they are also important. Okay, we should not have conflicts with them. They might have some questions or something which may irritate, or some behavior may irritate, but we have to be very nicely handling them. Okay, we have to take care of them. So we have participants in our trainings also, where there are certain participants who are very nice, who are active also, but still they need some extra care or extra attention to make them understand, to make them open up. So we should be ready for doing all this thing. Okay. So next is difficult kind of learners. Okay, now when we talk about difficult learners, as I've told you in the starting also, there can be participants who can be very distractive. They can deviate the topic, they can be verbal attackers, okay? They can be conversation dominating. Such kind of participants are there in the sessions. They are just distracting you in anything, just unmuting, and we are able to hear the background noise, whatever going in their house, somebody fighting, somebody cooking, or the dogs barking, something we will be able to hear. Unnecessary they switch on the camera, or they just forget to go on mute and talk on phone. this thing also happen, which may distract your session. So you have to be very polite to them or engage such participants in some or the other activities. Give them some activities, give them some responsibility so they'll be more attentive toward the session. Celebrate short-term goals, whatever small things they're doing. Make sure you're appreciating it every time. Be diplomatic when you're giving the answers. Respect them, be practical with them. Make sure you're giving them the understanding that they are a part of the session and they need to attend this session. They need to be very attentive because as other participants, they are also important for you. Their presence in the session matters to you. Okay, this way you have to engage them. Keep active, keep busy in the session so they'll not distract you. Okay, the third is brilliant people. Okay, when we talk about brilliant people, so now this category also, just a second. Okay. Yeah, so when we talk about brilliant kind of people, this category also distract your session a lot and they may hijack your session. So what comes here? The people who are more experienced than you in the field of training, or they might be expertise in the topic which you are delivering. They are there in the session. We all do. We all attend so many sessions. There can be seniors, there can be juniors. Those who are senior in the industry, they try to hijack your session. They try to tell you, okay, whatever you are telling, I have more knowledge than this. I can give you example. And they start on with the example. They start on with their incident and everything. But this is your session. You have to take control of your session. So here also appreciate their efficiency. You can appreciate them. Okay, sir, ma'am, thank you so much. You're being in the session. It is a blessing for us. Okay, I would like to connect with you offline or whenever you're free, we can connect with each other. I would like to have your guidance, do such things. Okay, and try to take the session from them to in your hand. Very politely, in an indirect manner, telling them, boss, this is my session. I have to take the control of it. It is not a session delivered by you. So we can take this thing offline as well. So you have to tell them indirectly this thing. And there is no harm doing this thing. Being a trainer, we have to do such thing sometimes. And it's for good of you. It will not distract others who are participating in the session. Okay? Show positive body language to them. Even though you're feeling very much irritated because of their hijacking your session, do not show to them. Be calm, be composed, have a smile on your face. Okay? All this thing you can maintain over there. So these are the 3 types of learners everyone will get in the sessions. We might have faced it or we may face it in coming future. Okay, so can you relate this all the 3 types to the video which I have shown to you?
Yes, we can differentiate, ma'am.
You can differentiate, right? And such thing happens in training session. We should be ready for all this thing. We should. That's why I said we should set the expectation right at the starting, so we'll understand what kind of a learners we have, and accordingly we have to modify our strategies.
Right.
Okay. Every session it happens. It happens with me also. Like I also have a habit of asking my training partners about the participants. Who are they? How many participants are there? And accordingly, I make changes in whatever delivery I am going to do. Okay. So before I conducted session with Akash, so I guess we had more participants. So we had more different activities, or we have different kind of a activity which we're doing, or different kind of a content delivery. Now when I know how many participants are here, according to that, I am just making some or the other modification and delivering the lecture. So it should be not a boring session for anyone. Okay, so these are the type of learners which are there in every session. One or the other type you will find in your session. Okay, so be prepared for that and develop your strategies. And one thing is carry a smile on your face, whatever may be the situation. So this is the important part when we talk about communication. So we'll move further. I'll tell you some rules which you can use to make your communication and your session effective. Okay, and after that we'll move to the part where I told you I want you all to participate and introduce one or the other activity or a small game. Okay, so we'll just move further. This will talk about the 10 rules. So the first thing is know your audience. To know your audience, as I told you, you should know your audience beforehand and not necessarily we get all the information about our participants. At least try to understand who are they, what are their background. You can understand this from the training partners or the concerned person. Once you are there in the session, always start a session with an introduction. Introduce yourself, take participant introduction, have some icebreakers to get them introduced to yourself, set expectation. This is the important part. At the starting only set expectation, understand their expectation. This way you will understand what kind of audience you have. In the first half an hour, 1 hour, you will be able to understand what kind of learners you have. Is mediocre, difficult or brilliant. You will understand that thing if you are starting with introduction and setting expectation. Okay, next is telling stories. Okay, telling stories is also very important and interesting way. You can start your conversation by telling a small story or real life incident. This you can include, or if you want your participant to be more comfortable, open up communicating in the session, you can do a small activity. Okay, the activity is like create your story. So in create your story, what you can do is just give a random story. Just create a random story of 3 to 4 sentences and ask them to pick up any of the words and create their own story. And they can come up with funniest of the stories. Anything creative can come from them. Okay. Yes, games and quiz, conduct games and quiz. Yes, we'll coming to that part also. Okay, so you can do this activity with them to make them more comfortable, more open up. Ask them to tell their stories. Okay? Give them a random story. So I'll tell you how. I'll give you an example. Like it was a Sunday morning. I was taking a walk in a garden and I saw some birds playing in the fountain which was in the middle of the garden. So just give such kind of a random story, 2 lines, 3 lines, and ask them to pick up word from that. So one person may take birds, one may take walking, one may take garden, and then ask them to develop their own story. So this way it will make them more confident and they'll open up and then start telling their stories. Okay. So they can tell their stories and this way they'll feel more comfortable talking to you and participate more in the session. So this thing you can take care of. Next is keep it simple. As I told you, try to use simple words, simple language in your entire training. Please do not use jargons or complex words. Body language and appearance. Body language also plays an important role. The way you are portraying yourself is important. So make sure you have a positive body language. You are maintaining eye contact with the camera or with the audience. Your appearance should be completely professional. Okay, so because you are representing something. You are representing yourself and maybe the training partners whom you are working with, or the company you are working as a trainer. So you are the brand ambassador of that day, of that topic, of that session. So you should represent yourself in a better manner, be in a professional attire. I have seen trainers giving training in their night gowns or night suit as well. I have seen trainers doing such things. So please avoid doing such things. Though we all are sitting at home, but just for that 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever time you are giving training, try to be in your formals. That gives a very nice impression on the participants who are there in front of you. Okay? And as a participant also, make sure that whenever you're setting the expectation, you should set the expectations for your participants that wherever you are, try to have a quiet place around you or a place where you can immediately go, and if required to switch on the camera. Can you please be on mute, everyone? Hemant, I request you to please on mute. Okay, so while setting expectation, tell your participants, then please be at your quiet place. Okay, make sure you are sitting in some area where the plain wall is there, or you're sitting in a different room. Okay, whenever required to switch on the camera or be on unmute, the background noise should not distract you. Hemant, please be on mute. It's a request for you. I'm so sorry. There was some disturbance in between. Okay, so this way, tell your participants also to make sure they are in a proper way. They are sitting and listening, or at least whenever asked to switch on the camera, they are in a proper professional sitting, or if they are standing, whatever it is. People should not lying on the bed. They are just sleeping or just lying on the couch and then switching on the camera. Please don't allow such thing. Ask them to sit properly and then switch on the camera. Okay. Otherwise, you can tell them to use virtual backgrounds whenever if they feel that somebody from the family or somebody, the dog or something may distract, they can use a virtual background. Okay, the way I use the virtual background, similar way, everyone can use the virtual background. I hope I'm audible now. Am I audible? Can anybody just tell me?
Yeah, you are audible, but the voice is little bit low.
Little bit low. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to work on it. Okay, till now things are clear. Should we move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Next thing is build rapport. Now this is also important part whenever you are conducting training. It should be done from the very first day, first hour, first half an hour. You should start building the rapport. Crack some joke, talk to them, just discuss something about whatever participants are giving answers. If they're discussing about the strength or weakness, just try to bring some humor in between. That way, you have to build rapport with them. Then only you'll be understanding your participants are interested or not. Okay. Next is vary your delivery. As I've told you, once you understand who your audience is, once you set the correct expectation, and you know what kind of learners you have to vary your delivery. Change your strategies. Have backup plan ready to change your strategies whenever you're conducting any of the training. Okay, be sincere, be honest. It is not necessary for any of the trainer or any person to remember each and everything or to know everything about the topic. There can be few things which the trainer doesn't know or have not researched about it. So if in your case also if something happens, you don't know something about the topic or you are not able to explain it. So you should be sincere, you should be telling your participants, okay, right now I'm not able to talk about the topic or I just tend to forget something. So I can connect with you offline and then I'll connect with you, then we can discuss about it. Or I'll come back with you with the answer. Something like that you have to tell them. If you don't know, tell them, sir, right now I don't know. I'm not able to recognize. Nothing will happen if you will be honest and sincere. They will appreciate it. Okay. Next is avoid distracting visuals, videos, as I've already told you. You need to avoid such content which are distracting to your participants. So use appropriate and relevant to the content. That material only you should use. Okay, next is make an eye contact. As I told you, we all are in the virtual world. Concentrate on the camera which is in front of you on your laptop or on your mobile. Okay, treat that camera as your audience and then deliver the session. Of course, with that, you have to keep an eye out about the complete panel which is there on any virtual meeting software. So there are panels for participants, for chats, everything you need to take care of whenever you are focusing on the camera, so that you will know what your participants are doing. If they want to talk to you, or they have raised hand, or they have something on the chat. Everywhere you should keep an eye, and with that, you have to focus on the camera which is in front of you. Next is be prepared. Whatever is your topic, make sure you researched well, prepare well for it, understand the content well. If you have any doubts or feel like consulting somebody, do that. Take guidance from others also, take references from others, and then try to develop your own content and then incorporate these. Okay. Next is this one thing is added by me. Okay, that talks about use of games, activities, and energizers. Now, talking about this is also very important part. As somebody said in the chat also, use of games and quizzes. Okay, this is really an important part whenever you are conducting training. I told you earlier also, try to use energizers in the starting. Try to use some icebreakers. After every 15 to 20 minutes, introduce one energizer, one small game, and then go with the next topic. Like I didn't involve few activities in between because I had a session for it now at the end. Okay, so that's the reason I didn't involve much of the activities in between, because I already have one topic for games and activities only. Okay, so we have half an hour with us. So with this, we have done with the communication part. Now we are going to learn about importance of games and activities. As I've told you, to come up with some of the activity or some of the energizers which we all can enjoy. So now the stage is all yours. I want you people to come up with a small energizer, a small activity which we all can perform, and then I'll take you to the last part. Okay. So who would like to come up with a game or activity? You can raise your hand and you can come up with a game or activity.
So ma'am, I think actually I've done this somewhere in training. So, but like everyone has to be vocal. Everyone has to be on audio because now here we can't physically communicate. So I think that, but still I can try. Can I start?
Yes, but your voice is a bit low, so just try to adjust that.
Yeah, now I'm okay, ma'am. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better, but still low. Yeah, so Dr. Ranu, you can start. You can introduce the activity.
Yeah, ma'am. It goes something like that. It would be a sequence, and now the participants who are showing the sequence would be according to them. Like the first name which is shown is mine, so I'm not there. But like second is I think Akash sir. Third is yours. Next is Hemant Desai sir. Next is Mukesh sir, and next is Prasad sir. So I think it could be something like that, like A, B, C, and the fourth letter should be a clap. Every fourth letter should be a clap. And if you don't clap and you say the letter by mistake, then you are out of the game. So it could be something like that.
Okay, so like,
Am I
can you
clear?
just give me an example? Just
Yeah,
one example.
yeah. It is like now Akash sir will start with A. So it is next you will be B.
Okay, like that.
Sir will just clap because he's the fourth, like he got the fourth letter. So it would be a clap. And if he doesn't clap and say D, then then it would be a pass. Then it would be a like he would get out of the game. He would be out of the round. Again, E, F, G, H would be the fourth letter then. So H जिस पे भी आएगा, he should clap. He should not spell the letter. He should not spell the alphabet. He should like clap. This is the this is the sequence that should be followed. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Audible. No audible.
Yeah.
I hope I'm able to explain. I hope so. Should we try?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So we'll start with Akash sir. I think Akash sir is the first one now, so we can start. Hello. Yeah, everyone has to be on audio now first. At least audio.
Akash will have to start with letter A and then we will continue.
Yeah.
I have to say letter A.
Yeah, A.
A.
E.
Yeah, it should be quick. It should be quick.
E.
I think first of all, everyone should unmute yourself. I think Hemant sir and Mukesh sir, if it's possible for you to.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Just tell the turn. Who will say after what? I mean, आकाश सर के बाद कौन होगा?
पार्टिसिपेंट्स वाला, अगर आप पार्टिसिपेंट्स वाला ब्लॉक खोलेंगे तो आपको उसमें नाम दिखेंगे, तो वो सीक्वेंस से हम इजी खेल पाएंगे, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. पार्टिसिपेंट्स वाला जो वो है उसके अंदर फर्स्ट नाम दिख रहा है आकाश सर का, मेरे मोबाइल में जिस हिसाब से दिख रहा है. सेकंड वन दिख रहा है मृण्मयी मैम का. थर्ड दिख रहा है प्रसाद सर का. नेक्स्ट दिख रहा है हेमंत सर का. और लास्ट दिख रहा है मुकेश सर का. So I think we can go in this sequence. I think, ma'am, that's not much feasible. I think maybe because it is an virtual thing. So
okay, let's do something.
I'm so sorry. I could think something.
No, we'll do one thing. We can have it with Akash participant. Akash, you tell the sequence. Accordingly, we will go with
अच्छा, हाँ. Yeah, that is also okay.
यस वो हो गया, पर लास्ट में क्या करना है आप बस एक बार
जो फोर्थ वाला जो पार्टिसिपेंट आएगा ना, जैसे पहले आप हो गए, फिर मैम हो गई, फिर मैं हो गई, और फिर सपोज विनीता मैम हो गई फॉर एग्जांपल. तो आपने बोला ए, मैम ने बोला बी, मैंने बोला सी, तो विनीता मैम होगी ना. विनीता मैम ने डी नहीं बोलना है क्योंकि डी इज अ फोर्थ लेटर. तो विनीता मैम ने डी नहीं बोलना है. विनीता मैम शुड क्लैप.
ओके.
फिर अगर नेक्स्ट वापस आप आए तो आपने वापस से ई से शुरू करना है. ई एफ जी, अगेन एच शुड बी अ क्लैप. एवरी फोर्थ लेटर शुड बी अ क्लैप.
परफेक्ट, समझिए. तो अभी हम सीक्वेंस क्रिएट करते हैं. सपोज मैं ए, मैम बी, आप सी, प्रसाद सर डी, राइट, एंड हेमंत सर ई. ओके.
Same sequence is coming for me also.
Yeah.
Okay.
A.
B.
प्रसाद सर क्लैप करना है. हेमंत सर
सुनाई नहीं दिया.
अगर ऑडियो के साथ साथ वीडियो भी रखेंगे सब लोग तो थोड़ा ज्यादा इंटरेक्टिव और थोड़ा ज्यादा मजेदार हो जाएगा, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. We could feel that. Sorry.
My battery is exhausted. That's why.
No problem.
I'm extremely sorry.
No. It's just like we could feel the fun, na? That's why. Nothing else. No problem.
Thank you.
Yes, Hemant sir.
Sorry, it's coming disturbed.
Yeah, actually.
I'm getting a video disturbance.
Virtual thing now, we are missing the charm of the game. I think so.
Yeah.
So we will continue in 4. जैसे प्रसाद सर के बाद फिर मैं कंटिन्यू करता हूँ अगर हेमंत सर को नेटवर्क इश्यू है तो. यस. ओके. रिपीट करते हैं. ए,
E,
C. I'm there in the game, right? C.
you will be the C.
ये चारों में नहीं होगा. चारों में क्यों नहीं होगा? क्योंकि फोर्थ उन्हीं का नाम आएगा ना, तो वो उनको पता ही है कि अपने को क्लैप करना है. लाइक इट वोंट बी जम्बल्ड. वो जम्बल होना चाहिए. जम्बल होना चाहिए तो क्या होता है कि फोर्थ किस पे आता है ना, तो वो
So change the rule. Make a clap on third position. Change the rule. Make a clap on third position.
सेम ही होगा, फिर भी सेम ही होगा सर.
सेम ही होगा.
फिर भी सेम ही होगा.
कोई बात नहीं. एटलीस्ट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हम समझ पाए मैम ने जो बोला कि हमको क्यों लेना चाहिए.
One new game you introduced, that's good. Okay, Prasad sir, do you have any activity to share?
Sorry.
Yeah, activity like collect 5 objects of red color from where you are sitting, in which room you are sitting. At least minimum 5, and then you have to tell them, excluding me.
Sir, please repeat.
Collect 5 red objects from your house, and the time starts now. You will get only 1 minute for this. Fair enough. Okay, two minutes.
So sorry, I just want you to repeat the thing.
Okay. So collect 5 red objects. Collect 5 red objects. Red color objects from your house, and the time limit is 2 minutes.
Yeah, luckily I do have something in here where I'm sitting in the.
No, you have bribed Prasad sir. You have given him chocolates. That's why he is telling the game.
No,
you know.
It's just something I found somewhere, because I just sit here for training for this program, and I don't know what is there because I'm not staying here much. So let's see.
Yeah.
I can manage to do with the red. Others I cannot say.
This game is excluding me because I'm the host for the time being.
Okay, should we show it, or you will tell us when to show?
Yeah,
No, we have got
Prasad,
1 more minute to go. One more minute to go. If anyone wants to cover up get the objects, they can do so. Okay, tick tick 45, tick tick 44, 43, 42.
You already collected, sir. Collect किया है हमने.
Okay, सबका ready है? Is everyone ready? Please answer yes or no. Is everyone ready with the object?
Yes.
Is everyone ready with the object?
Yes.
Yes, we are ready.
Yes, okay. Yeah, thank you. Akash, can you please show 5 objects, red objects? You're not audible.
Akash sir, unmute yourself.
Red pen and red card.
Okay, you got 2 objects. Okay. Clap for Akash, sir. Clap for Akash, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Mrunmayee madam, can you please show the object?
Luckily, I have managed to find all the 5. So I have a red pen. I have some tablets over here. I have a bottle of some medicine. I don't know what was here in the room. I have a battery. Okay, and I have a clip.
Okay, that's great.
Wow. That's wonderful.
I don't know what was there in the room.
Clap.
Yeah, then I don't know. Sorry, I don't know the name of the madam who is there. Can you please show the object?
Yes, sir. Yes, just a minute. Yeah, I have this. What I can say? Good night, wala thing. I have my kids' ear covers. I have a bed sheet because presently I'm in my bedroom with my child. My child is wearing, come na, he just ran away. He was helping me. Mama, I'm wearing a t-shirt with a red name on that. And I'm packing for somewhere. So I have this toothbrush cover, which is somewhat pink and red. So I think you can count this. And my child suggested a very innovative thing. Ma'am, Mama, you are wearing a kumkum, which is red. So my child is also enjoying the training with me, ma'am.
Yes. Let's clap for Dr. Ranu, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me opportunity to present the game. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you so much, Prasad. It was really nice. So we'll move for games and activities. So everyone participated. It was really nice. New games came up every session. We are coming up with some new virtual activities. So it will be helpful for each and every one of us to conduct our training sessions. Okay, with this, we are coming to the end of our session. Okay, we just left with 10 minutes. So I'll just take it further. So this way, we have discussed about communication, how communication is important in training. Whatever training you are providing, communication should be a part. And what was the tagline I've told? Does anybody remember my tagline for this program?
Yes, I remember. It's communication, and communication.
Okay, wonderful. Like those who have joined later. Yes, Ranu. It was really nice, Dr. Ranu. Thank you so much. Okay, those who have came late, just to tell you all, okay, this is a tagline I have developed for my communication skills program, and it is derived from the famous movie of Vidya Balan and the famous dialogue which we all know. From there, this
Entertainment.
Yes, correct. And our tagline is communication, communication, communication with entertainment. Okay, there should be a fun element in every training. Okay, then only the smile what is coming right now in everyone's face will be there. Okay, so we'll just move further. So I have something for you all. Okay, so we have done with that. So here is a list of some games which we all can perform virtually in our sessions. Like I'm working on creating some instructions and one PDF file for all the games which I know, which I am practicing in my training sessions. So I'll be doing that and I'll be sharing with Akash once it is ready, and he can share with you all also. These are some games you can find all this thing on YouTube and Google as well, and you can modify it and you can use it in your sessions. These are some games which is like you can play generally. Not this is not specifically topic oriented. Okay, you can use it anywhere with any topic. It can go well. And these games are really very much fun, very much interactive, and you will see the level of energy and the change in behavior in your participant when you start with such games. Okay, so these are few games which I tried discovering and I tried practicing in my sessions. Okay, you people also can try this, and like you have given us new games, new activities, I'll definitely try to implement those activities also in my coming sessions. Hopefully you will also implement activities which I shared with you in your sessions. Okay, so you can just take a picture of this, or you can just take a screenshot, and you can find out these activities and you can modify them as per your session and as per your topic, and then you can continue with your sessions. So hope you all have enjoyed the session. Everyone understood the importance of communication in training. As you all are trainers, aspiring trainers, communication should be an important part. Communication doesn't mean giving lectures for 2 hours, 3 hours. No, communication means how to make your session interactive. There should be a fun element. There should be lots of interaction from your participants. It's not a college lecture or school lecture that only the trainer is speaking and participants are just listening and half of them are sleeping. That should not happen. Okay? Your way of communication is the way you should practice communication in your trainings is more of a conversation interaction from your participants, less of your conversation. So that should be the part which everyone has to take care of. Okay, so hope you all have enjoyed the session. Hope you have liked the session. I request you all to please share your feedbacks. I request Akash also please put a group photo. Can we have a group photo at right now if it is possible?
Prasad sir, please start your video. Hemant sir.
If possible, please start the video.
Hemant sir, Prasad sir.
No, don't put it.
Okay, I think they have some issue with the network or something. No worries. Okay, so I request Akash to kindly put details about this training on LinkedIn as well. Please tag me over there, and I want everyone to give feedback on the LinkedIn account as well. Okay, that
Sure.
motivates me to having more nice trainings and coming up with more topics. So I really want feedback from you all. You all can share your feedback with Akash, and Akash will definitely share those feedback with me. Oh, I can see
Yes.
Prasad sir. Hello, Prasad sir.
Please
Though
capture
we are ending the
another
session,
people.
but yes, you are welcome. Yeah, I'll just take one screenshot.
Yeah, Mama, I just have a small question actually, which could
Yes,
be a bit practical, I can say. But if we could really do something in this, like in this direction, I would like to ask you one question.
yes, please
Go
ask me.
ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, it's something like we have this communication or like the things which we the qualities which we really have and all those things. But in this present situation of pandemic also, if we wish to, like I told you that I'm in the teaching field, but presently there are so many restrictions, there are so many obstacles which are there, and still we need to help. We wish to, if we wish to help people out of this qualities which we already have, that is communication or teaching or something like that. I really feel, Akash sir, this could be a request to you also, because you are connected to so many
Mm-hmm.
you that how could we use these qualities practically, all, to help people as well in this situation presently, or to help students who are really needing this, because education ka the situation which has been like created, or like naturally created, and what I can say, the reactions to that, the reactions or the decisions of governments, with due respect to the situation, students are losing the faith in education. Parents are not taking it seriously. But being a hardcore academician, I can really say that it's going to last. This corona or anything is going to last for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4 years. But education is something which every one of us, and especially our children and next generation, would be needing all the time. So to develop this, or to sorry, to maintain this, to create this awareness, and to give something which could be willing, फ्री में जो हम मतलब फ्री में चाहते, फ्री में इसलिए बोलना चाहूंगी कि इनिशियल स्टेज पे अगर हम उसको करियर के लेवल पे ना भी बोले, तो दो तरीके से मुझे इसको लगता है कि वर्कआउट होना चाहिए, करना चाहिए। एक तो जिनके पास, हमारे पास नॉलेज है, मतलब पीपल लाइक मी, जरूरतमंदों तक पहुंचना नहीं पता है, देयर इज नॉट अ वे टू रीच टू देम वर्चुअली आल्सो, सो
इसके लिए
दैट
ऑप्शन है
कुड बी।
मैम।
हाँ हाँ, और
तो
दूसरा
क्या है ना,
सवाल
हमारे
मेरा
पास
ये भी है कि मैम अगर करियर इसमें करना है, because being an academician and a teacher and a professor is okay, but like I really feel that leadership qualities and the presentation skills and all these things could really make us stand somewhere professionally, where we could enhance, where we could grow with the while helping the people. So what could be the first step, because you're very new to the profession, you told, of training, which is just 1.5 years, so I think you might also have passed the phase just in your life, and so you could, I think, guide as well. So these two questions are there, and ma'am, really thankful, the session was wonderful. Akash sir, I really respect you. Today only I told Sheetal ma'am, who suggested me this training, my sister cousin, that you are really doing a wonderful job. So it's my, like, I'm speaking my heart out. Both of you, thank you so much, ma'am. And you didn't keep anything to yourself, ma'am. You just shared everything you had. So thank you so much, both of you. I would be just expecting my answers from you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
That was very nice. And whatever I had, whatever I feel like sharing with you all, I shared. I tried to give my efforts. And coming to your question, like you asked the question, like how we should do career in this field in training. And the second one was how we can deliver lectures or trainings to the needy person without charging them. So what we can do is we can plan out some activities. Like Akash also have very much activities in lineup. I am connected to Akash. It's more than 4 months. So I know there are so many activities coming up from ABCD International. So stay connected to Akash as well. Okay, he will be the right person to help you out. Apart from that, what we all can do is, like, I am being into this from last 1.5 years. I also faced many difficulties. What I did, I never said no to any of the training opportunities. So commercials are less, commercials are high. I did it. In my first 6 months, when the first lockdown was there, that time I was doing almost most of the session free. Okay, there are so many websites where you can register. I can share the names as well. Right now, I'll be not sharing because it's not good to share something about other training partners. So I can share with Akash. He can help you out. Okay, so I did some free sessions. Okay, after that, I got connected to various training partners. And how I got connected, I was active on social media. I got connected to Akash from Facebook only, I guess. I saw one post, I just connected, and then from 4 months we are connected, working together. My first year in training was like this only. Sometimes training going good, sometimes it's getting disconnected. People are not paying well. Till now it happens. I still have some consultant whom I'm working with. I just started my career with them just to have exposure in the field of training. And till date, I'm working with them for a few projects. They're not paying me well. Everyone in the industry whom I know, they every time keep telling me, please don't waste your time doing such projects. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your efforts, you're decreasing your own value, but that is not the case. Okay, I know they are not paying me well, but still I'm attached to them because they are giving me some work. And now in this pandemic, having work is important, not how much you're getting paid or how value you're getting. Slowly, gradually, I got connected to various training consultants, and now I'm doing good. Not very good, like I'm working with Akash also, so Akash also know how things are going. So this way, keep connecting to various training groups. There are so many training partners available. Do not stick to one training partner. You can have multiple of them. With everyone, you can have different programs. Like you're connected with Akash. So I'm very sure after this program, Akash will be the one who will be connecting with you to take this session ahead or how to build your career also. He has that mentor session every time he conducts in 15 days to 1 month. There is a session where he has a mentorship program for everyone.
Okay.
He only gives a platform to build your career ahead. Okay.
Yes, और ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है ना मैम, जैसे अभी आपने मैम ने बताया कि कनेक्शंस आर इम्पोर्टेंट. जैसे हम नेटवर्किंग करते हैं ना आज के टाइम में, जो भी आपके नेटवर्क में जो ट्रेनर्स है, जैसे अभी शीतल मैम कर रहे हैं, शीतल मैम के अभी ऑलमोस्ट बहुत सारे कॉन्टैक्ट्स हुए, बहुत सारे ट्रेनर से उनका कनेक्शन है, और ये कनेक्शन से ही हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. एक बार ट्रेनर्स लोग ऐसे होते हैं, वो हमेशा हेल्प करने के लिए रेडी होते हैं. जैसे अभी मैम को पूछेंगे ना कि मैम मुझे किसी का नंबर दो वगैरह, तो वो दे देंगे. ऐसे ट्रेनर लोग होते हैं, वो हमेशा हेल्प करने वाले लोग. तो वो कनेक्शंस हमारे बढ़ते हैं, पर सिर्फ हमें वो इंटेंशन क्लियर होना चाहिए. और ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है ना, तो ये जो ट्रेन द ट्रेनर प्रोग्राम हम करते हैं, ये बहुत अफोर्डेबल प्रोग्राम है, पर इसमें क्या है कि हम प्लेटफॉर्म देते हैं जो नए ट्रेनर्स होते हैं उनको. तो जैसे आपका ट्रेन द ट्रेनर कंप्लीट होगा, उसके बाद आपको सेशन लेने की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी. आप यहाँ पे सेशन ले सकते हैं. लोग अटेंड करते हैं प्रोग्राम, फ्री सेशन. हम हर फ्राइडे फ्री सेशन अटेंड करते हैं. तो फ्राइडे में आप सेशन कंडक्ट कर सकते हैं. आपको लगता है कि आप एकेडमिशियन है, तो आपको स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कुछ करना है या पेरेंट्स के लिए कुछ करना है, तो कोई सेशन हम ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं. तो लॉट्स ऑफ सेशन वी ऑर्गेनाइज, तो उसमें आप पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं. अभी हम एक प्लान कर रहे हैं जो 50 लोगों का एक इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस समिट, उसमें आउट ऑफ कंट्री के कुछ ट्रेनर्स भी होंगे, हमारे कुछ ट्रेनर्स होंगे, और भी कुछ जो लोग नए कनेक्टेड है वो लोग होंगे, तो उसमें भी आप पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। तो वहाँ पे क्या होगा, जो अलग अलग 50 ट्रेनर्स है वो एक दूसरे को जानेंगे, एक अच्छा नेटवर्किंग होगा, स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्डिंग होगा, उससे और नए अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेगी। हाँ, शुरुआत में फ्री मिलेगा पर बहुत सारे कनेक्शंस
जी
क्रिएट
सर,
होंगे।
जैसे मैम ने बोला बिल्कुल कि अभी के लिए हम मॉनेटरी गेन्स ही नहीं सोच रहे हैं। अभी के पैंडेमिक में ये है कि वी आर गेटिंग टू नो थिंग्स, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। और अगर हम इसमें किसी भी तरह की हेल्प किसी को कर पाए तो मुझे लगता है वी वुड बी द मोस्ट लकी वन, वी वुड बी लाइक द गॉड सिलेक्शन फॉर दैट। और ये जेन्युइनली लगता है मुझे, क्योंकि मैं भी एक बहुत अभी तो बहुत छोटे जगह पे रहती हूँ, उर्ली कांचन बोल के एक प्लेस है, इट्स अ विलेज प्लेस। आई वाज वर्किंग हियर for the CBSE school as a principal for last 2 years. Now presently I'm at home. तो मतलब बहुत बच्चों में जितना मैं देखती हूँ या पेरेंट्स में देखती हूँ, एजुकेशन बिल्कुल लाइक इट्स गेटिंग ऑन, लाइक कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा, अभी तो गवर्नमेंट नहीं बोला है पास कर दो, बट दे आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि बच्चों को आगे क्या है। 10th के बच्चे इस साल पास हो गए बट उनको 12th है, 12th के बच्चे अभी पास हो जाएंगे बट बाकी चीजें। एंड द स्मॉल किड्स ऑल्सो, फर्स्ट सेकेंड के बच्चे भी इतना सफर कर रहे हैं कि जिनको मतलब सीनियर केजी से जो आए हैं उनको कुछ भी नहीं पता था। दे वर लाइक जस्ट 1 2 3 4 ABCD से वो लोग आए, पोएम से वो लोग आए, एंड दे डिडंट गेट एनी फिजिकल एक्सपोजर इन एज इन स्कूल, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर से कोरोना है। तो इन सभी बच्चों के लिए कुछ भी लाइक स्टोरी टेलिंग सेशन हो सकता है, सब मॉरल थिंग्स हो सकता है। बीइंग अ प्रिंसिपल मैं ये भी फेस कर चुकी हूँ कि बोलते हैं ना हम लोग मतलब घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर टाइप, तो बच्चों को ऐसा होता है मम्मा प्रिंसिपल रहो या प्रेसिडेंट रहो वो मम्मा ही है। तो पर उनके टीचर अगर फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड की भी टीचर है तो हमारे टीचर ने ऐसे बोला है। सो आई थिंक वो चीज एक डिफरेंस हम लोग डेफिनेटली लाना चाहिए बच्चों के लाइफ में। और जैसे आप मतलब बहुत ही अफोर्डेबल या बहुत इसमें रखते हो तो आई थिंक बहुत सारे लोग जुड़ सकते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग ये रखते हैं, तो मैंने सोचा कि एक बार आई शुड जस्ट एक्सप्रेस माय आइडियाज।
यस यस, तो कर सकते हैं डेफिनेटली। शीतल मैम ने भी अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे सेशन लिया है, कर सकते हैं डेफिनेटली।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू सो
डिसाइड
मच
कीजिए
सर।
कौन सा।
One more thing which I want to add in.
Yes sir, yes
I would like to add in, like Akash is giving one platform that is wonderful. There are various training partners. You can connect with them. Be active on your social media, Facebook. Try to connect to as many training groups over there. Try to be active on LinkedIn and connect to as many training fraternity from LinkedIn as well. It really helps a lot. And if you are using social media, like you said, you want to do something for free also. So what you can do is you can just make your bite-sized videos or just go live for half an hour, 1 hour on Facebook. And from there also you can impart knowledge.
Yeah.
That thing can be done.
Okay, fine ma'am. I'm also getting into this technicalities, so but definitely I'll try this one.
Yeah, as you are into education field, so you can also have a YouTube channel as well and take small topics where you feel that you can deliver something. You can do such things also.
Yes,
and promote that thing. Make some blog, podcast, all those things also work for you.
Right. Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. There is no other word in English, being a doctorate in English also, other than thank you, which I could express my gratitude to. But really, thanks a lot, sir, and thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session. Session बहुत अच्छा रहा, इंटरेक्टिव हुआ. फिर मिलते हैं कल नेक्स्ट ट्रेनर के साथ नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. So great day. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Again, thank you so much, Akash, and everyone for this opportunity. And everyone, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home.
Bye.
For any help required, I'm always there. You can connect with me.